Nabedi and me and multitasking are best friends in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. How come we gonna amen like it's talking? Next week you'll be you'll probably have a script by next week.
Just alright, mic's up, studio is live. Good morning, Lagos. It's time for the locker room here on Smooth 98.1.
Yes.
I'm Ayo Myro Essay.
And I am Valentine Who, and right now I'm feeling like singing a song, although I just leave it to the choristers to sing.
No, actually, let's leave it to the experts to sing.
Oh, wow. Yes.
You're not on the wrong show. It is the Locker Room 981, but today is Tega Supreme's birthday.
Happy birthday, Tega!
I love that song. I love it.
Why else would you think we'll pick up that song for a morning like this? Happy
That was good.
Happy birthday.
Thank
Anybody
you.
in Lagos, Nigeria, beyond Lagos, beyond Nigeria, please send a message to Tega Supreme on Twitter. Overwhelm her with wishes of love and blessings this birthday morning. Today's her birthday. You know she's always big on her breakfast. So
Yes.
please
Yes.
start sending them across.
Good English breakfast.
Tega Onojaife is a year older today. Happy birthday, Tega.
Thank you. Thank you. Woo,
Happy
this is
birthday,
good.
Tega Supreme. So this human being was trying to be.
Yeah,
When I
she was
saw
trying
it.
to- she was trying
Thank
to be
God for
sharp.
LIS International. I went on Instagram. I saw a beautiful picture of Tega. I was going to just like it. Oh, look at fine babe popping.
Mhm.
And I read happy birthday to our founder. I was like, I saw this girl this morning.
Let me tell you, when they say what thing I need a nice picture of you, I was like, I don't have any nice pictures, but you may have this. So
Yeah.
Very lovely.
We're very grateful to have you, to experience you,
thank
to
you,
host the show with you,
thank
and
you,
to be part of your life.
thank you,
Thank you, Tega.
thank you.
Thank you very
We know
much.
sometimes you're a pain in the behind, but
It's okay.
yeah, we just love you.
I know you love me. Don't worry.
All right, so please keep your messages, for Tega coming through. Today is okay, so today's Locker Room 981, the Tega Supreme special, because it's her birthday. So it's World Tega Day, and we're
Yes,
not
sir.
ashamed to celebrate that. But again, of course, it's a sporting day. We have missed her, and guess who's walking in right now?
Uncle
It
Bruno.
is Brutalistic. Good morning, Brutalistic.
Good morning.
Good
Send
morning.
messages to WhatsApp 0809-444-0981 and let us know exactly, wish Tega happy birthday and then let us know your thoughts regarding the stories we're about to go through. 0809-444-0981. On Twitter, the hashtag is LockerRoom981. The Twitter handle is @Smooth981FM.
And of course, we're streaming live on YouTube. If you want to see the birthday girl and Brutalistics, please go on there. It's Smooth981 and use the live chat option to send us messages.
Okay.
So who's ready for some sports stories? Okay, so QPR's wonder kid, Eberichi Eze, can improve Super Eagles. This is according to Pinnick. Nigeria Football Federation President Amaju Pinnick believes Queen Park Rangers midfielder Eberichi Eze can help improve the Super Eagles. Pinnick is confident the addition of the youngster will boost the performances of the three-time African champions as they kick off preparation for the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah, so this has been on and on and on and on. I've been following this story on Twitter for quite a while, and depending on who you speak to, this is everything from a good idea to the worst possible idea that has been thought of since Tammy Abraham literally ditched the NFF president after taking pictures and all of this hosting and packaging and things. And I think it just goes to the whole. I have no problems with your trying to persuade a player to consider the Nigerian national team and all of that stuff. But what I do have a problem with is publicizing the whole exercise of trying to actively recruit. It's sort of, for want of a better word, it makes you kind of look, it belittles you if the outcome doesn't go in the direction that you expect. And what this story, what this whole positive spin has left out is the fact that the player himself has asked to be given time to allow his career develop. This sounds eerily similar to what a certain Tammy Abraham actually said.
Thank you.
And if you follow that line, this cannot be a good thing. And to think that, I don't know, I don't even want to start thinking about the amount of resources that has been poured into going into like trying to talk to him, host his parents, and if my memory serves me correctly, and I hope that subsequently we're told that it's the NFL's president personal money he's using, but this is like taxpayers' money that has been used to do all of this stuff. Do your work on the ground and get this thing done. When you've confirmed that the fellow has accepted all of this drama public, and then I mean the other people, there are people who are asking, should it really be the NFF president that's doing all this recruiting and things like that?
Look, I don't know that it's his job to be scouting, but look, then again, these things happen. I remember when Argentina was trying to woo Lionel Messi. You know, Spain actively wanted to take Lionel Messi, and he was leaning a little bit towards the side. Argentina just they didn't go and visit his parents or they just arranged a friendly and invited him as one of the key players. End of discussion. He wore shirts, he played, they have him. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you don't need to do all this drama. But on to the next one, please. It's not like this guy is. I mean, he's just going to.
That Pinnick is a permanent NFF staff. You know,
he's pushing for. He likes his football, no doubt about it. But the way he's going about some things, yeah.
And once upon a time, that was the Pinnick. Was the cynosure of Tega's eyes. But then Kenya plans to impose criminal penalties, including possible jail terms on athletes caught doping. Yes, you heard that right. And the nation is working on a new legislation on that matter, according to the sports minister as announced yesterday. Amina Mohammed, Kenya's sports minister, said a team was working on legislation aimed at criminalizing doping by mid-2020. Okay. In her words, she said to reporters, and I quote, "We're giving it the urgency it deserves."
Yes, too many Kenyans. First of all, you have to remember in 2016, when WADA put Kenya on the list as a country to watch for doping, and it hasn't helped that since then they've been getting Kenyan athletes or catching Kenyan athletes doping up to the age of 16. So it's no longer an individual decision now. It seems to be systemic, because where does a 16-year-old girl on a normal day get some of these banned substances from? So it looks like it's systemic. There's coaches involved, there's federation staff involved. It's a big issue with them, and they're saying, you know what, in our country on its own, for drug offenses are you take up to 3 years to do that. So if we start imposing that on athletics, perhaps these athletes would stop. Yeah. Seems a bit drastic, but when you consider that Kenya as a nation seems to have been moving forward with their athletes, and they seem to have been growing in their sport, and all of a sudden it's now tainted with this, and they're beginning to get close to the likes of Russia. They don't need that drama in their life. So exactly, right? Reputation. So drastic measures are now being looked at. Perhaps if we did this, then maybe we'll be able to stop it. I don't know. I don't know that I can say it is right or it is wrong, but if there's a law in the country that already punishes drug users, and they just want to extend it to their sport, I guess it's their country, and they but something needs to be done about Kenyan doping. Every single event, you will catch 3 or 2 or 4 Kenyans with doping problems.
I just want to ask a question innocently. Has there been a particular reason identified? Like, is it that there's a particular drug that you think that they think is just for fun?
No. It's not a party. That's what I'm saying. It's various banned substances, and it's different levels. So there are local, exactly. So there are grassroots athletes that are underage that on a normal day would not have access to some of these banned substances, and they are really exotic and expensive. Where will these people get them from? So it looks like it's systemic, and I guess that's why they have decided to put these drastic measures on it.
All right, thank you very much. Now let's look at. I'm excited about this next story, because about women and women doing fantastic things. So Trailblazer Rapinoe completes honor sweep at Ballon d'Or. Megan Rapinoe completed an unprecedented clean sweep of honors on Monday as the trailblazing World Cup star and feminist icon added the women's Ballon d'Or to her collection of accolades.
Yes. It was always going to be higher. Think about it. MVP, World Cup, best footballer, female footballer for FIFA 2019, it was always going to be Megan Rapinoe. The question was who was going to come out. Again, shocking for me, second and third. And with this kind of awards, it's interesting because yes, I'm gonna brag a little bit.
Please brag
I
on.
voted for Ballon d'Or. I was one of the journalists that they took,
Oh,
but
wow.
I can't remember voting. And so you see the criteria. They give you criteria. Shockingly, so now I know the secret. So they give you nah. But there's a place for skills. There's a place for stats.
Yeah.
There are 5 different criteria, but skills and stats also add to that. And when and then competitions, performance in competitions, in major competitions is also one of them. And then you look at those 5 stats, and then they say pick out certain players. I know I did pick Megan Rapinoe and what's her name now? Oh, the goal scorer for USA. I just thought of her this morning. She's having a baby. But I can't remember her name now.
Are you allowed to say it?
Yeah. I'm allowed. The award is over, so you can see after the award. They haven't released a list. Don't worry, of people that voted. So in case you want to throw stones, don't throw any stones at me. I throw back.
Even on your birthday?
Yeah, even on my birthday. Twice on my birthday. But yeah, they picked all those stats, and then Lucy Bronze comes second. Was what was shocking to me. For Lucy Bronze, because if you're looking at skills and stats, I'm thinking, how does Lucy Bronze beat everybody else? I mean, she was not even the best British player in my opinion. That'd be white for me, but hey, who am I to complain too much about that? On the men's side though, I know some people are angry that no, it should have been Van Dijk, but a lot of you knew by Sunday night that it was going to be Lionel Messi. If you didn't know by Sunday night it was going to be Lionel Messi, stop watching football, just go home. Because all indications, all indices was pointing towards Lionel Messi, and to make matters worse, he now scored the winning goal against Atletico Madrid.
And that's where we'll drop the ball.
Okay, so let's digest that. When we come back after this break, we have something special to share with you. So please make sure you stay tuned. Again, happy birthday, Tega. no.
It's on already.
No, even during grapevine, anytime this is the banter with them guys. We're so sorry.
We are so sorry.
I am not. Somebody just called me old for no reason on my own.
And who knows that party after party is not by Rihanna?
I can't believe you said that even to them. You need to stop that. Stop saying it.
I don't know how.
Neither do I. I'm not even around.
Party.
What?
Yeah, let's
How can
go.
you think-
Party after party.
Can you think that it was
Honestly,
Rihanna?
that thing just sounds like something you would say when you've had far too much libation.
Exactly.
Like,
That's what Thank you. That's what I
Have you heard the
thought.
song before?
Nope.
Exactly.
I'll play it for
Who
everyone
please?
after.
Anyone
Don't-
on YouTube who's
don't play
heard
it.
party
We don't want
after
you to play
party?
it.
I don't want to ever hear it.
Okay, we're not going
Oh, we don't
to
want you to.
do this. We're not going to do this
I
fight.
cannot
Okay,
feel it.
okay.
No, please be alone.
We're not doing Van Dyke.
We're going
Ronaldo's
back in.
sister.
No,
We're not doing that. So what are we doing next?
the next one.
Okay. Well,
Let's
so
go.
I think the next one. Mike's up to the design.
That's right. We're back. This is the Locker Room. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola. Good morning.
Morning. I'm Ayo Mairese.
And I'm Valentine Ohu. And Tega Supreme is here. And Brutalistics is here.
Yep, and Coca-Cola is also here.
That's right.
Yes, like you heard from the ad, it is time for banter better with Coke. And this is what happens. We know when you watch your EPL games,
Mhm.
people will banter a lot.
Mhm.
But what Coca-Cola is here to do is refresh your banter.
Aw.
Let your banter not end in tears.
Mhm.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And just because we banter well, here,
Yes.
they decided to make it better by adding to it, to the spice.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Coke.
Once we finish speaking, we need something to refresh ourselves. Like,
Yes, and while you're bantering, refresh yourself. So first of all, I want to find out from you, what do you think is banter? And use any of the matches this weekend or this midweek to banter. There's a Tottenham Manchester United match today, and there's a Liverpool Everton match today. Use
oh,
that
Merseyside.
to the Merseyside derby. Use
Yeah.
that to tell me what you think is banter, and we'll tell you whether your banter is refreshed or not. It should be funny, should be witty, but not discriminatory.
Please, my fellow countrymen, please banter with respect, eh?
Banter. You can
Respectful
banter with
banter.
Arsenal, but
No, let's not go there. There's no need for that.
but make sure you banter. You share your banter with us. So my first question is, what do you think is banter? And give me an example of banter with either the matches over the weekend or the ones that are happening mid-week. So let's go.
Can I start?
Yes.
No way.
That's right. Pep Guardiola says it is crazy and stupid for Manchester City to think about the title despite a 4-1 win at Burnley on Tuesday night. Now, City moved to within 8 points of leaders Liverpool thanks to Gabriel Jesus double and further goals from Rodri and Riyad Mahrez at the Turf Moor, but Guardiola is playing down the chances of overhauling Jurgen Klopp's side. Now, for the distance we have with Liverpool, it'll be crazy to think about the title. That's what Guardiola said. He continues to say, like everyone say, we are out. We have no chance. We're thinking about ourselves in the next game. To think how many wins to win, so how many ways to win to be close is a stupid way to think. Why does he think it's okay to insult fans and pundits like us by this statement?
I'm not entirely sure that he's insulting. I think that it is a realization of where they are as of today. Look, the reality is Liverpool is yonks ahead. They may not be playing fantastic football, but critically they are getting results. The same cannot be said about Manchester City this season. They've been erratic since they lost what's his name, Aymeric Laporte. Things have literally fallen apart. They've not gotten. Last weekend they drew 2-2. A fantastic game, fantastic goals against Newcastle, which didn't entirely surprise me when you look at their history with Newcastle. Going into this game, it was meant to be a tough game, playing away at Burnley, considering how physical they tend to be. That didn't exactly pan out, and it was a little bit surprising considering how Burnley tends to turn up when they're playing against the top teams.
Yeah.
They play with a bit of a whimper, and the performance. Look, all 4 goals from Manchester City classic, beautiful pitches of football artistry, and it is reflective of that. The thing for them now is that they are playing catch up with Liverpool. They can play catch up even to Leicester City
yeah.
right now. So it's a realistic perception of where they are, and we'll see how Liverpool and the rest do today.
Okay, remember you can also use this match to banter. Just remember, when you're sending your banters, do hashtag
Banter
refresh your banter and hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola.
All right. Simeon from Ketu says, please, Tega, explain. First, he said happy birthday, and then said, please explain how on earth a one club, one dominance-legged man, Messi, one Ballon d'Or, when Ronaldo, an all-round player, winner, determiner of any league tempo, and two dominant legs, is relegated. Did INEC conduct the election? It's a shame. That's what Simeon thinks. All right, he adds another one. Actually, somebody else, Sheriff Oluwaleke Akimbi, said, happy birthday, Tega. I wish you good health, wealth, long life, and prosperity, plus all the good things life gets to you today as you celebrate. He's asking where the party is, but we'll move on to stories. He says,
Party after party.
please don't start again. He said, please, is Amaju Pinnick a scout now? For me, any athlete that's found guilty of doping should be banned for life, period. My personal opinion.
All right.
Wow.
I'll take this one from Femi Omotayo from YouTube. He says, happy birthday to you. So that's how Pinnick will be pursuing everyone that can play ball in abroad to play for the Super B. All right, let's move on to Jose Mourinho. Happy at Manchester United and expects good reception on return. He said he was happy at Manchester United and expects to get a good reception when he returns as Tottenham manager on Wednesday. I have a great relation with Manchester United supporters. I went back as a pundit, which is a different perspective. I was really humbled by such a beautiful reception.
That's when you were a pundit, not when you are not sideline.
To be fair, in his press conference, he did admit that he went there as a pundit, that he expects a different reception
so that's,
as a coach.
Look, it's not going to be the same, trust me. But what it is that he's going back to the place, one of the places, he's going back to one of the places where he was stoned.
Yeah.
And for some reason, maybe because of the results or their tides haven't turned since he left, they will receive him a little better there. Just a little better. But what is important for him is if he goes there with Tottenham in their resurgent form, albeit conceding still a lot of goals in the dying minutes, but with their resurgent form, winning matches and defeats Manchester United, then it will be, I told you, it wasn't me. It was you. But that's what makes today's game really interesting. Jose Mourinho going back to Manchester United with a different so it is more, it's not necessarily about the football match that's going to be played on the pitch. That's important, that's 3 points, but it's going to be about the guy on the sidelines, the drama that is going to happen. How is he going to celebrate? Is he going to say, I told you? Is he going to cup his ear? Is he going to pull a Diego Simeone? I don't know what he's going to do, but something is. You can rest assured that something is going to happen.
Yeah.
If you ask me, because of the way Manchester United is, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to put his back into this game. His best results have been draws, so at best he'll come up with a draw, which is what I think. But I still think, looking at the Tottenham team, the way they're playing, what they're playing for, and Jose Mourinho, it looks like a Tottenham win. The question is how many points.
Provided he can and has resolved this issue of conceding goals late in the game. It's three games now. Yeah, it's been the same thing. Yeah, and it's a problem. So he needs to figure out his backline. Try and work on some. There's something not right.
But the first thing I think the first things first is that he's trying to get results. I don't think he has tried to impose his authority yet defensively because they won't be considering their goals. I think the first thing he's trying to do right now is just get results. Let's just get as many wins as we can, because what happens is in the dying minutes, I've noticed Tottenham just seem to forget themselves. They get comfortable, and that's when they start conceding. So he's going to eventually get there.
On the results that he's trying to get.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Money Matters, Nimi, thank you very much for your message. She said on Twitter, with my recent travels, I miss radio on Wednesdays, and I'm back. It's great to be back today, as we will be as well on the show here. Locker Room 981.
Ogbeni Mafe actually said something that's quite on Twitter. He's saying that someone said Ronaldo has 6 bats, but Messi has 6 Ballon d'Or.
Nice one, but that's good banter. That's good banter. In
But how are you
fact,
going to be
I'm sorry.
clapping for him?
In fact,
No, that's
No,
a
no,
drop mic
that's
moment.
it. Exactly.
That's a drop mic moment.
That's what we're talking about. Banter better with Coca-Cola. That's good banter.
You people are wicked.
They're just haters. That's it. Oyewole on WhatsApp says, I do not know what happened to the country and administration. It's gone backwards, every form of administration. It says, I remember in 1993, it was journalists who were scouting for Nigerian players for our first FIFA World Cup. Olisa was scouted by Complete Sports and literally forced him on Westerhoff. You never hear the English FA chairman talking about the national team. I don't even know the guy's name. Let the coach search for his team, for goodness sake. He said, God bless Chief Alex Akinyemi of blessed memory.
Is it Alex Akinyele? Yeah, Akinyele, because he was a sports.
Thank you. Delia says, I dreamt that I saw starch and oil soup, and I wondered where this was coming from. But I can clearly see now that I heard today's Tega's birthday. So
Nice one.
it makes perfect sense.
Fun.
And Femi from First Act says, we should stop begging players to play for Nigeria. If they want to play for us, they will come. Happy birthday, Tega. Those who say Messi does not deserve Ballon d'Or can go and create their own and give their preferences. Thank you, Femi.
All right, so Cruz says, happy birthday to you, Tega, the lady that has been bursting interest in sports in people from different backgrounds and exposure for years. He says the analysts have described the sports action in such a way that you feel like you watch, oh, wow, it's about you. Watch the game too. In fact, her banter on Twitter would send you looking for the sports action. So
live.
thank you so much, lady in sports.
And thank you for the gift you just sent. Ridwan says, happy birthday. Wish you many more years. It says, I do not know why Mr. Amaju Pinnick is going about scouting players for the Super Eagles, or is he preparing for life as an agent after this tenure? And Zizi Classic says, one thing I learned from Ronaldo is not showing up at the award ceremony is do not go to a party where you know go see rice chop.
I love it. I love it.
No. If you're going to banter, you have to put hashtag banter better with Coca-Cola at the end. Have to do that.
And Chika Gina.
It says, congratulations to Messi, but my humble opinion still remains that Messi will be appreciated for his efforts from Barcelona. While the world will always adore Cristiano Ronaldo for what he has done for football at large.
Well done. Chimo Victor says, congratulations to Lionel Messi for winning the Best Player of the Year award. He surely deserves it with the kind of form he is now on. To those who think he didn't deserve it, should go and collect it from Smooth FM radio station.
No.
I love Messics. I like that.
We don't have it.
Hi from Yaba says, Pinnick, the king poacher for the Super Eagles. Too much publicity. People want results. Please, not show walking.
Okay, thank you, people. I've heard Alex Morgan was the name I was looking for, and,
Yes.
and a lot of people have sent it in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so good morning, Uncle Balolo, Uncle Buru, Auntie Aya, and the phenomenon, electrifying, exciting, and jollof Tega Supreme. Happy birthday, Lady of Sport, coming for the O1 starch. etc.
And we're done. etc. Banter better with Coca-Cola.
All right, Lagos, we go on for a special this morning in Lagos Talks 981. We're talking about disabilities and promoting inclusion for persons with disabilities. But before that, brought to you by Coke, this has been the Locker Room 981. Today is Tega's birthday. Happy birthday to you. If you'd like to wish her a happy birthday directly, go on to her Twitter handle at Tega Supreme and find out the work she's doing with ladies in sports at LIS International. And of course, you can find Brutalistics at Brutalistics on Twitter. Make sure you follow him and show him some love as well.
You won't find the shiny dome there.
All right, we banter better with Coke again next on Friday from 8:30. All right, Lagos Talks special next.
That was good.